Welcome to the Grand Design Series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 19th of July 1981, which is about 3 months on from the end of the last part. And the reason we're picking up on this date is that we've got to a point, because we've now got a population of 77,000, and I've got a feeling that we're now getting towards a point where we are stretching our key resources. And by key resources, I'm talking about clothes, food, and of course the support of that, which is crops. And a good time to check whether your crops are holding up is just in the early part of July, because this is the point when all your warehouses should be at their lowest level. And of course the harvest is just starting to come in. But before that, I just want to check something else as well, because I think I've been really pushing the boundaries with respect to clothes, because this is my major clothes manufacturer. And you can see now that we've only got 76 tons in here, which is an indicator that we are getting close to the maximum kind of output to consumption ratio, because in the past this has been at 126. And also, if I come over to the economy and if we look at exports, you'll see that there is a decreasing level of clothes being exported. And that's that. I mean, this year we've only exported 282 tons of clothes. That means we're not producing any surplus. And that is quite a major cause for concern. You can also see here that the amount of food being exported this year is dropping as well. And this is indicators that we are starting to get to quite a major tipping point in that area. Now, the other thing I just want to check is we still got quite a lot of surplus crops in here, which is good, because it means that we aren't in a critical situation with respect to crops, but we work our way over to this factory here. See, this one's empty. This is the silo from this farm, but more importantly, we are a little bit low here with respect to the crops in here. But in some ways, this is ideal. The fact that we're on the 19th of July, this silo's empty, and this silo's still got 1,400 tons, which means these crops are being brought in from other locations. If we look at this one, this has still got 2,000 tons in it. So I think this clothing industry is still going good. I'm not sure if we can enhance this anymore. Just make sure that we've got maximum work. We could try and get more workers into here. How much surplus fabric? Because fabric is another issue. Yeah, we don't have any surplus fabric here as such, which is another potential issue, because we're going to need fabric for our repair industries. This one here, this is looking good, because these silos are now down to just over 1,000 tons. That means that this area is getting into balance. Now, hopefully, yeah, we got nearly a full amount of crops in here. Now, this is probably the ideal. What I'm looking for is the fact that we got plenty of crops in here to drive our food and clothes industries here. But these silos are nice and empty, so that as these fields come in, which you can see at nearly 200%, this will fill up. Now, that's also, we need to check this. Yeah, we got 7,000 tons there, so we have got surplus crops. And of course, what we have got coming in here is a new farm here, which is going to kind of reduce the amount of crops flowing into this area. So it looks like crop-wise, we got one more. We checked that one. We've just got one more. You can see this one is empty, which isn't quite not so encouraging. Although technically it's good, because it means that all the crops in this area have been shipped over to that food production over there. I just want to check the resources on construction site. It needs concrete. So that is looking good. Now, the reason for this slightly kind of rambling intro is down to the fact that we're now at a point, if I show you the map, we've got roughly to the center of the map. Most of our industries in the corner, but of course, if you watch the previous part, I was talking about bringing oil fields on up line here. Now, so we're now getting to a point where we're going to need to build a logistics center. It's also noting that we are now in 1981, which means we are rapidly moving to a period in the Soviet Union where trade is opening up with the West. I think it was under, was it Glasnost? And then, of course, not far in the future was that the Berlin Wall would come down, and then that would open up complete trade. So we're getting very close to that point where things could open up very, very quickly. Now, so what I'm thinking is that if we, where's the center of the map? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the center of the map is about there. What I'm thinking, if we come to about here, what's the terrain like? It's reasonably flat. Got a bit of a flat over there. We got an area there. What I'm thinking is to build a logistics center area here, because we do have a connection to the sea as well, which is good. So what I'm thinking now is that we build a logistics center here, which means we're probably thinking about another small town, which will connect slightly with this one, or either that, or we could build this town out with support for a logistics center here. Because one thing we're going to need to do is start gathering some key resources together. There's also potential, if we come out this way, for some more farms if we need them. Although technically, where is it? We got this here. Yeah, we could build more farms out here. And of course we can push the railway through to connect up with that. Yeah, I'm starting to like that. So this town here, if I can find it, where for art thou gone? It's about this town here. Actually, I'm going to rename you. Logistica Center. No, we'll just call you Logista. Logista is going to be our logistics, or supply the workforce to the logistics center. Although, I don't know. Well, I'm flip-flopping here a little bit. Apologies for that. Yeah, I think if we can build the logistics center in here, and by logistics center, I'm talking about a rail yard, bits and pieces, because that can then push this way across towards here. Yeah, I think that would fit. But of course, it's going to be a very big project. So now that is the future. Now, what I want to do now is talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing in this part. In this part, I've got a couple of things to do. I'm been moving. I don't think the trucks have got here yet. I think we've got fuel in here, because what I want is my vehicle production here. If we go across to here, is we've got our steelworks here. This is now really starting to push out the steel, so we're going to need to do something about utilizing that. Oh, and I've just clicked on the fire station. That reminds me, I want to say a big thank you to Vimes, who posted a couple of suggestions for expansion. And I think if I come into here, we go to heating, and what he suggested is these little heating generators. And what they do is they take fuel. They don't store that much fuel. But one thing that came to my mind almost immediately is and they've got no connections either. But one of the things that really annoys me is, I don't know if I can show it to you. Well, we're probably going to get a lot in the little while. This is building on fire. But, I mean, we've got 64 pages. So, actually, if we probably go this way, I've got to remember, not this way. Here. Electricity problem. Why you got electricity problems? Oh, yeah. You're just the train waiting too long. Let me just flip back to the winter. Is these messages where the fire stations have heating problems, and they're all in major industrial areas. So that what I might do is see if I can come up with some way to reduce all those messages. In fact, we'll get rid of them all here because we're going into winter. We're going to get them again coming up soon. So I really like that idea. Now, the one thing I do want to do, and this is another reason why we're starting in July, is I want to populate this town. Now, just to give you a quick run over, I did a check and found that I left the pub out again, which I'm getting very good at. We've also need a distribution office here. Also realised that the culture cover, it wasn't particularly that good, so I boosted that. And I've also got meat missing from here. So the first thing I want to do is come over here. Actually, I've just made a mistake. Wait, you. Back to there. Turn around, please. He's probably going to come up to this junction and then turn around. He should do. Yep, thank you, game. Yeah, this is a meat truck to send the meat up over there. And, well, just let the game run. And I was going to put him in the distribution office, but I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use the old-fashioned way of doing things. We're going to tell you to load there. And then you're going to travel all the way out here. Here. Oops. Do that, actually. Do it again. Now, this is only a temporary solution until all the railway is finished. Basically, it's to get them through the first winter. So that we got a meat supply for the first winter. One thing I do need to check is... Yeah, we got 23 tons of meat in here. We are going through a lot of meat here. This town is just getting bigger and bigger by the moment. Although I'm going to kind of call a bit of a hiatus there for the moment. As I say, what I want to do is just get enough population in here to get through the winter while we're building up the rail connections. As you can see, we still got quite a lot of rail track to build. The rest of it is pretty well settled. So what we might do is send up enough for the fire crew here. We got a bit of fuel here. And of course, another big issue which I haven't checked, and something that will become more and more of a problem. We got surplus fuel in here at the moment. Let me just see. Yeah, we got... In fact, it looks a little bit like my oil supply can gain in there. Yeah, we need more oil in here. And just to give you another bit of an update, which is the reason why... Wow, we haven't actually got a queue of trains here. Well, we got electricity problem. Look at you in a minute. Just want to check you. Oh, yeah, you. Why have you got electricity problem? Building without power supply. Got a wind turbine here. That's not particularly that good. I think you need something that's a little bit more reliable. Here. Because I don't know if I've got any power connectors out here. Let me just see. I think I might have exhausted the power connectors. Oh, we got one here. No, that's got one small power connector there. I think I'm going to fill this gap with a power connector because I want this to be reliable. In fact, I think if I'm a little bit sneaky here, we can get a bit more power into there. It's getting very, very complicated. And we'll just allocate the... I mean, it's not 100% key, but I think I would like that to be there. I just want to see if I've got any high tension connections here. Well, we got one over here. Okay. Actually, have we got any over here? Yeah, we got one over here. Now, one thing I am going to need to think about a little bit is construction coverage here. I'm going to need to keep an eye on this for the moment, and then we'll see how it goes. Just want to check my nuclear power station. This is quite a success, actually. Let me show you here. This is my nuclear fuel recycling plant, and that is going pretty well, actually. I've got no nuclear waste up here at all, but what you can see is that we are building up a little bit of a surplus of fuel for is that actually, where are you? Yeah, I think this is a consequence of the queue to the border. So we may need another train on this because we're actually getting excess nuclear fuel, which we do need for our economy. Let's see. Yeah, last month you can see we didn't export very much. Anyway, back to what we're going to be doing here. Let me just see. So we've now got the meat, and what I need to do now is shift up to here, because we are building out this area. Now, I've had a little bit more thinking about this area, because I'm starting to move towards the idea that we can get some more production up here. And this ties in with the logistics center. And what we've got here is we've got a pumping station, a pumping harbour, and then we've got this medium factory here. And what I want to do here is we're going to get in. We're going to have plenty of steel, but what I'm looking at is the ability to import the... I want a really big warehouse. Come on, give me... So what I want here is a really big warehouse for import. Actually going to put you there, like that. Actually, if I flip you that way, and I'm going to angle you slightly that way. Now I am going to go over the top with these, And I'm going to put in a rail connection there. And then I'm going to put in another warehouse here. One is going to be for imports and one's going to be for exports. And we're going to break that connection there. I think we've got a handle on our kind of what you would call it, construction industry. So let's just have a quick review. An open store, uranium, wood, boards, plastic waste. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need to import to an open store here. But the other thing I also want to do here is put a, if we flip you that way, just notice the potential problem though. No, we haven't got a problem. And we'll just bring a road out there like that. You can come across and connect to there. The reason I'm putting this in is that we start to build up, we need an ability to get crops up here. Now, I could carry on building farms, but that will require quite a lot of other bits and pieces. And if I show you here, we could build a farm out here, and eventually we might, but what I'm looking more at from the point of view of here, and this kind of reflects the industries or things that happen as we go into 1980s, 1990s, is, and crops are relatively cheap to import. So the idea is we're going to import crops, and then we've got an ability to import other materials, and also, more importantly, this is going to be a key export point for this top part of the map. And the idea is going to be, and this ties in with the logistics side of things, is that we're going to have that there. And then if I kind of mirror it down here, then we've got logistics port here. Now this one is going to be, eventually we're going to need the ability to export vehicles. So what we most likely will have to do is, if we come to ports here, so this is going to be our container port up here as well. Can't build on water. Come on, game, you can do it. It went green. There was a very quick flash of green here. So this is going to be our, because we're going to build vehicles here, so we can export by ship, because we're not going to have the railway connections to it. So this is going to be our port here. This is the pumping station. I'm not 100% sure. I think we could use this to import oil and export. We won't need to export surplus bitumen, but what I'm thinking is that we can use this to actually import the oil. And then again here, because we're quite close to these area here, we probably won't need such a big crane factory here. My instinct is to put you about there. Okay, well, don't need that connection. I think this one, we only need the one warehouse here. And as the saying goes, go big or go home. Then we're going to put you just there. Remove you. Again, we're not going to import materials. I mean, any kind of odd materials that we're going to need, we can pick up another way. So what we've got here is, again, this is more because what I'm partly thinking is that we may have to make if we build a vehicle. If we build a vehicle construction here, we may need to make fabric and one or two other bits and pieces. Oh, look at that. Our little excavators are finally getting here. So we got quite a lot to build. Let me just get over this area here. How are we doing? Do we have? Yeah, we've now got the meat in here. Drinking water, cellars required. Yes, this is being built. We can live without that. Where's my waste trucks going? Okay. I thought I'd bought some waste trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, waste may be an issue. Okay, so we may. What I'm going to do is just let that play on for a little while, so that at least the waste trucks are getting in range. Let me just check I've got all the necessary vehicles. We've got these vehicles. I must admit, I thought I'd brought in the waste trucks. How many? Yeah, we got 1,600 people. Now, all I'm going to do is put a minimal amount of people in here just to get through the first winter. And then we're going to take it from there. Right, let me just see. I just want to check my rail construction trains, because they're at that fiddly stage at the moment where things can get a little bit. Yeah. What we're doing here is kind of filling in all these little bits and pieces. Right, we got track out here. Thank you, game. This is okay. You're working out there. I think what we'll do is we got to make that connection. The trip is gonna break. So what I'm gonna do is put an extra bit on here as well, because when the track gets to here, it won't automatically flow over to here, and we do need to make this connection. I must admit, it's taken. I'm going to need to think a little bit about the length of the track. Right, so we're going to give it a few more bits and pieces. Do we have anything? They're not here yet. They should be on the way, because what I did was I picked up some other free construction officers. Okay. Well, so while that's going on, what I want to do is, we've got this area here, and we've got the forklift trucks, and I'm waiting for these guys to finish building this, because what I'd like to do is, we've got some unemployment. No, well, oh, we got no one lives here. Okay, we got a little bit of unemployment here. What I'm thinking is, we could bring workers in here, but how many people we got waiting in our bus station? Yeah, we got. I think it's time to ramp up this bus route a little bit. Whereas we've got to bring the buses in from over here. What buses we got on this route at the moment? We got 4. I think we're going to buy another 2. Keep them all the same. Actually, I've just had an idea. I'm just trying to think this through. No, I think what I'm going to do is actually, yeah, I think what I will do is we're going to put one of you on this route, and then this one, what we're going to do is you're going to pick up from here workers, and you're actually going to go to here. Haha. And we'll bring you back that way. Yep. The idea of doing that is that hopefully we can start bringing these online. And what I'm going to need to do is you've got no fuel. Put 30% fuel in there. Right, I'm going to need 8 forklift trucks. Yeah, a little bit of a slip up there. So we're going to have to come here. Forklifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to deliver you. I mean, if I get the forklift trucks in place, then what that will mean is that we can ramp this up over time, because eventually this bus station here is going to supply workers to here, and we're shut this down for a short while. But we won't demolish it because we may need it later on. The idea is to get more and more workers into here. How many workers have people we got? 1,700. I think we're going to postpone that for the moment. Right, let me just see. We're going to come up to here. One thing I do want to check is this isn't switched on yet. Right, good. Now I don't really want to flood this with workers, so I'm going to need to find some unemployment. Right, we got a little bit of unemployment here. We're going to cause a little bit of a churn here. These people certainly don't want to walk. Well, we don't actually have that much unemployment here now. Let's have a look at that. Wow. Okay. That's a little bit of a turn up for the book. I think we're going to put you down the bottom. We'll put the unemployment on this side. There's bound to be some little bit of unemployment in this area, yeah. So we're going to sneak this here. What I'm doing is finding places of unemployment so that I can kind of vary the age, because if you just click it at the buildings, what happens is everybody flows in, and then that causes problems with the fact that I don't want everyone to flow in. I just want enough people in the town up here in Wasteley to be able to kind of provide fire coverage and other bits and pieces and the heating, just so that it's a test to see whether they can get through the winter. So what we're going to do is we'll start with this one here. And we're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. And of course, what will happen is that this workforce will be replaced. And then, and of course, these guys are going to complain. Let the game run. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 there. What I will most likely do is do what I normally do, which is allocate a minimum to there and set that to 100%, because if they don't get food, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. That's 1200 from there. Put some more in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't kind of really look into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're not blowing that quickly. Okay, we're going to let them settle down. Oops, I don't need 30 people in there. About 15 in there. Don't need, oops, bit of a fail here, apologies. Hospital's okay. About the fire station. Right, we're going to let workers now flow into here. Can workers get to the fire station? And the main thing is the fire coverage. We got, right, whoops, government loyalty, school block. We'll set this at 55%. Kindergarten, cinema building is good. One thing we don't have here is a sports hall, do we? Yes, we have. We've got an indoor pool. That's good. We'll leave that at maximum. The heating plant is online. That's good. I think what we will do is let workers into here now. See, I don't mind letting some workers in now, simply because we're doing stuff here. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to enable the cable car. How far away are all the workers? Yeah, we can pull some workers in from here. University, we probably don't need that many staff in there. I think we're allow workers in here. And what they should do is suck up the excess. We won't let the workers flow into here just at the moment. We'll keep the workers concentrated in this area. All right, we've got water, so let me just see. Yeah, we need the pub or the tavern. We got the pub. We just need to deliver alcohol. Fill them with alcohol, keep them happy. Where is the... where is it? It's this one, is it? Is it this one? I thought this... Yeah, this one is... Where's the alcohol? The alcohol should be in here. Is it? It's not in here, is it? This is electro components. Yep, got 47 tons of alcohol. It's definitely this station, is it? You pick up the alcohol. It's probably going to have inconsistencies with respect to, of course, eventually what will happen is how much alcohol can be stored in here. 7.5 tons. We set that to about 50%. That will get that going. That's not allocated. So we've got an epidemic report. Actually, do I have epidemic coverage? Was the... Wow. Okay, it looks like we may have an educational problem. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I would like to have a reasonable level of education here. We got that there. I think we got the university in here as well. Let me just see. I need a building spotter. Yeah, we got the Tudor University there, which is running at close to maximum as well. Okay, I don't really want to build a massive university here. Right, universities. This is medical. I think we got enough medicals. We could put you... I'm going to slide you in on this corner. Like, or maybe put you about there on this corner. Or actually, we could... how many workforce have we got here? This is 100 students. This is a technical university. How many? You've only got 60. They're even worse. We could put in headquarters of the Communist Party. You're 60. I mean, this is a major town. What else have we got here? Now, I think we're gonna go with my favorite one, the old Lenin. I mean, that's got coverage. We can slip, if I can slip that in there, it's got everything I need here. And then what we can do is this will slide out to there like that. And then if I can put that connection there, and I suppose I could be a little bit sneaky and just put a mud footpath in there. Right, we're going to bring up these guys to come in and fill that in. And then what you can do is drain some of these people over this way. Right, we've still got 800 people, so I think what I can do now is get over to here. And we can let some more workers into here. It will cause a little bit of unemployment, but it should get more and more workers out to here. How are we doing here? Yeah, but the livestock is queuing up. We got one tractor in here, so okay. Nope, wrong. Unload there, pick up there. Like that. And these can pick up along these three. I want you to unload. Wow. Okay. So much for that idea. I'd love to export the meat, but the trouble is, where could I get a refrigeration truck? Well, we got these guys, but these guys would be busy at the moment because you're shipping lots of chemicals. Actually, what I could do is these guys. These guys have got refrigeration trucks. Are you actually shipping meat anywhere? You ship meat to there. We're going to push you to 60. So the one place where we've got the ability to export meat, we can't do it. Do you have any spare trains? You do have spare trains here. Good. What we've got to do now... Do I have a spare train in here? Yep. Wait. I need you to offload this stuff. When I'm only going to buy a single cargo wagon. Right, I want refrigeration, 24 tons. 1 or 2, that's the question. I think we're going to buy 2 of these. And this actually, this reminds me, I had an interesting chat with Vimes, and I'm going to put it out there in the sense that he was saying about the minimum truck length of the... Just going to get you going. You can take that there. Yeah, minimum wagon length is the term actually. It's here. It says minimum count of wagons. Now, I must admit, I tend to leave this at 1 and then rely on the train lengths. In fact, probably the better example is up here. Just let the game run slowly while I'm rabbiting on about this. See, I've got a cargo wagon here. I tend to leave this at 1. And what I tend to do is rely on this calculation. So I kind of set these so that what happens is, and what calculation I do is like this store needs 2,500 tons of coal. And then what I do is I set it the reload point, which at the moment here is 70%, which is, you can say, about 1,800 tons. And because I use the train lengths, because you'll find all my train distribution offices normally have a train length of 115 or 120 meters, depending. The reason for that is that when I'm planning these gaps in the rails, this is where I'm going to make myself look stupid, but I'm just going to kind of stick my neck out here. When I'm planning these routes, what I do is I kind of calculate the distances along here. Now this one's 70 meters, just to prove me wrong. But more critically, it's when I'm planning these that I always want to get trains clear of the junction, because if you don't, you run the risk of getting it. So what I do is I tend to rely on these trains to do it. So just to give you an example, this is where the train. So even though this distribution office is set to 1, what this train does is, you can see here, this train is 108 meters long and it's carrying 392 tons of coal. So I think when it comes to making sure you get the right lengths, it's got more to do with the train length and what you set your stores to. So when I'm shifting bulk, that's what I do. Now, of course, it's also very important that when you're moving aggregates, that you have a direct link between the loading or the unloading station and where you go, because if you put a conveyor tower in between, you will get a error like this. If I can find it, where are you there? Because I made a mistake down here. You get a little yellow triangle here, and it says connections with conveyor engine or is unsupported. What that means is that the game cannot tell what the capacity of this is. So setting this to 90% is a little bit irrelevant. Luckily, I got away with it because this is only bringing in construction waste. And you can see it most of the time, this is empty. But it's very important, especially with pickups and things like that, that you have this single connection to the border. Wish there was a way that you could scroll through these and actually see that you can see all the wagons. We have... Okay, why are you bringing these hoppers in here? Open holes. Where did this lot come from? Where's that train? I don't want all that. I only want your refrigeration trucks, please. I must admit, I didn't realise where all that lot came from, so... Where are you? Load. Let's see... Cargo wagons. What are these? These are isothermic. Where are you? Right, just make sure they're picking up the right ones. Yep. I'm gonna have to... These are open hoppers. What I'm gonna need to do is send these to... I think what happened there is that I was moving hoppers to the border, but of course this is only set up to do one at a time. And I think I kind of assumed that, yeah, what this one will do. Here, probably go back to the station. Let me just see. Why are you pausing here so long? No, he's going that way. Okay. Because he's doing what he should have done. But, yeah, this area is just so congested. I've got to get... this is the reason for building the ports, is that I need that logistics center to get through here. I didn't realize that this was getting so congested. What are you going to? Okay, you're delivering chemicals. I really do need to get a distribution office so that I'm not distributing chemicals from this area. Right, I'm just going to follow him. Not him. I'm going to get you back to the border. Just going to get you in here. I'm going to send you to there. Right. What we're going to do now is this is just going to add even more load to the already big load that we've got here. So you're going to, okay, I'm going to have to spend some time. You're going to meet, if this is, what's the storage in here? 350 tons. So if we set this to 80%, 79%, then game, I'll take your word for it. Now, we're going to have to send you Okay, we've got the thing, so we can set you there, unload. Goes here. And you can see he's actually picked up the 2, so he's going to remove 49 tons of meat. That should make sure that that area is functioning, and of course it'll make us some profit. I'm running out of time, so what I'm going to do is just go up to here, and we'll see if everybody's a happy bunny here. Okay, we've got workers without jobs, that's okay. We can kind of absorb that a little bit by doing that. We got any workers out here, because ideally what I would like is this flowing the right way. Yeah, to load. Are you working this end? You're to unload. Okay. You're just purely workers. And you're to pick up just workers. Here. I think what we will do now is let some more work. I'm not going to bring the workers into here just the moment. Because I'm going to wait until we get through the first winter. Because what I can't do is overload this. Because at the moment we're going to have to rely on trucks, and when the winter comes in, they're going to have to bring all the stuff down here by road. But ideally what I would like to do is get the workers out to here. Have I got waste management now? Where are you guys? Yes. I'm not worried about... We'll sort all this out first. Actually, one thing I am worried about is hazardous waste. Okay, we're good for that. How is the waste situation here? Just check this very carefully. Yep, 2%, 2%, 4%. These must have waste storage, but they're not there. You're good. We got there. I'm leaving 2 spaces in here for helicopters to give fire coverage. This is here. What I do need here is, well, okay, we need this built. I'm going to try and get the priority up on that. Oh, these guys won't come in on that. The other thing I'm going to need here, can you reach that? No, you can't. Eventually, as you get busier, you're going to need some garbage here. And again, I think there's Vimes who said about these. Look, I must admit that I am completely addicted to these little mod here. In fact, if you follow the series, you'll be aware that I tend to use these almost exclusively. The reason for that is that I feel these are more in proportion than the base game ones. I feel the base game ones are a little bit obtrusive. You guys are going to have to do a very long distance travel to here. And can you get that going? Yeah, you are high priority. I mean, if I can get a surplus workforce in here, they should get things going. Where are you lot going? Oh, we've got a gas station there. Right, the last thing I want to check. Why have you got 68% there? I think my waste services here might be getting a little bit overloaded. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're getting overloaded. We may need another waste services here. Although technically it's more collection than storage. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to take advantage of a little bit of a downtime to build these buildings here. Because we got a plan out here. All right, we've now got these guys here. And more importantly, we got these guys here. Which means that if I come in here now, I can start leveling off this area here. Just to show you, train from the center. It's going to take a little while to get this done. In fact, we'll probably pick up this level and don't want too much of an angle there. What I am more interested in is getting rid of this here. As you can see, it's going to take quite a long time. What I will do is a lot of this I will do through the winter, because we do need a really big flat area here to plan our vehicle construction, because vehicle construction's got some very big buildings which can be very, very sensitive with respect to the buildings. Get rid of you. It's also want to get you. Yeah, this curves off on this point, so we're just going to get rid of this. Actually, I just want to make sure that we're not building on water. It's one of the tricks that the game can. No, we've got a good solid base here. You can see, whoops, demolish you, didn't mean to put that. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.